Hello students, this is Iffat Jahan. Today I will take your Bangladesh and Global Studies class. Today our topic is chapter 8. It's a very important topic for you. The topic name is disaster in Bangladesh. Let's start our class today. Welcome to online class 8. Already I have told our subject is today Bangladesh and Global Studies, and the chapter 8. The topic is disaster in Bangladesh. Okay students, before going to the chapter, at first, do you know what is disaster? When any natural or man-made situation become unnatural or intolerable as a result of which crops, life and environment destroyed and damaged, this is called disaster. Okay, now we'll go to the chapter 8. The topic name is what? Disaster in Bangladesh. Okay, stop. Okay my dear, do you know that Bangladesh is one of the highest disaster prone area of the world? We know that the whole world is undergoing a climate change due to temperature rise on the earth's surface or global warming. This climate change causes less crop production in the torrid zone during the dry season. Okay, student, already have told the main reason of the disaster is the due temperature of the rise and the global warming. So let's know what is global warming. A gradual increase in the overall temperature of the earth atmosphere, generally attributed to greenhouse effect caused by increased level of carbon dioxide, CFC and others. This is called what? Global warming. Okay, now let's go again disaster. Okay, so this result in the excessive rain, flood and water logging in the rainy season, as always drought also. Salinity increase in the coastal area, sudden cold or hot waves, deep fog, hailstorm are also some byproducts. Beside earthquakes is one of the another natural disaster of the country. So we are telling now that we notice the impact of this disaster on the life and economy of Bangladesh. Okay, next go the another page. Okay, the topic. What topic today I will discuss? Number 1, the concept and kind of disaster. Second one, I will discuss today different kinds of disaster. And the third one, I will discuss causes of disaster. And the fourth one, today I will discuss how to minimize the loss of wealth and life during disaster. Concept and kind of disaster. Already I have told the definition of disaster. Okay, the what is disaster? When any natural or man-made situation become unnatural or intolerable as a result of which crops, asset and life are destroyed and environment is damaged, this is called what? Disaster. So let's know now what is disaster. You write in your class or copy what I have told. Okay, the second one I am telling kinds of disaster. How many kinds of disaster? 2 kinds of disaster we have told in the class now, and in the book also you will see how many kinds of disaster. 2 kinds of disaster. Number 1 is natural disaster and the second one is man-made disaster. Hello student, already I have told what is disaster. Now I am telling what is natural disaster and what is man-made disaster. Okay, so what is natural disaster? When any natural disaster take place suddenly, human being generally helpless there, so that type of disaster is called natural disaster. And then what is man-made disaster? The man-made disaster created by human beings, and that type of disaster is called man-made disaster. So what type of disaster and natural disaster? Some example I have given to you. Now I am telling. Number 1 is cyclone, tidal bore, tornado, earthquake, drought, river erosion. These all are the example of natural disaster. And the second one I am telling some example I am giving now, the man-made disaster of Bangladesh. The example of man-made: number 1, fire; second one, war; number 3, deforestation; and the number 4 is the water logging through obstacle of rivers. These all are the example of man-made disaster. Now it is clear all of you what is natural disaster and what is man-made disaster. If the questions will come is the knowledge based question number Number A, what is natural disaster? In that time you write the definition, this one, the natural disaster, the example also will give there. If the questions will come, the what is the man-made disaster? In that time you will give the definition of the man-made disaster, then you will give the example like this way. Okay. Okay, now student of class 8, now I am telling another important topic, the lesson 3 to 5. The very important topic is that is different kind of natural disaster. Already I have discussed what is natural disaster, what is man-made disaster. Already I have given what are the example of the man-made disaster, and the example I have given already the natural disaster. Okay, now I am telling the kinds of natural, different kinds of natural disaster. Some example also I have seen some pictures over there. Number 1 is there earthquake. Second one I am telling here tsunami. Okay, third one there is the what? Have you seen over there? The picture is there. The fire is burning over there. So this is the disaster of fire. And the fourth one is what? The picture is telling this one the landslide. Okay. So how many kinds of disaster are there? The picture is telling the 4 disasters over there. Okay. Number 1 is earthquake. Number 2 tsunami. Number 3 fire. And number 4 is landslide. Okay. Now let's know about the earthquake. I know everybody knows about that, right? We are facing about this type of natural disaster nowadays. Okay, so what is earthquake? Among all the natural disaster of the world, earthquake cause much havoc within a very short time. No advance news can be conveyed about earthquake. Without knowing anything, the whole areas turn into debris with the shake of earthquake. So, okay, some example country names, and now I am telling that type of areas are very torrid zone area of the earthquake. Number 1 is Iran, China, Japan, Mexico, and these type of countries are very example of earthquake. And the second in the Bangladesh is also one of the risk zone of earthquake. The area of the Bangladesh is the risk of area are Sylhet, Rangpur, Mymensingh. This type of area, and especially in Dhaka, this type of area are the very big risky zone of earthquake. Okay. Now second one. Now tsunami. Tsunami is not the Bangladeshi word. Okay, it is a Japanese word. It has come from Japan. It is a Japanese word. Already we have read in the book. It is a Japanese word. It means waves of the seashore. When tsunami hit in the coastal area in the sea, this type of the sea speed is 800 to 30,000 km per hour. So can you imagine the what type of strong in that type of the waves of the sea in that time when the tsunami will be occurred in any country. So it is another natural disaster of our country and of the whole world. Okay, and the third one is what? Third one is fire. Okay. Okay, now fire. Fire may take place as a natural or man-made. Man-made caused by carelessness or unconscious. And sometimes the fire takes place in a forest in many countries because of immense heat. That time this type of disaster is called natural disaster. So it may be the man-made disaster or it may be the natural disaster. Okay, in Bangladesh fire take place by people human carelessness. Okay, student. And the number 4 is what? Number 4, landslides. So another disaster, see the picture is telling this is the what? The landslide. What is landslide? The sudden fall of a mass of the earth from hill or mountain is called what? Landslide, or another name is what? Landfall. Landslide causes problem of the people who lives beneath the hill or mountain. That means hilly areas people are facing this type of disaster in our country. But then that type of country is available in the hilly areas. They are facing that type of disaster in the world by in the country. Okay, so how many kinds of natural disaster I have discussed, and this type of disaster you will see in your book. Number 1 is the earthquake, number 2 tsunami, number 3 fire, and number 3 is the landslide. Among them, earthquake, tsunami, landslide is the natural disaster of Bangladesh, and the fire is, it may be the man-made disaster of Bangladesh or it may be the natural disaster of Bangladesh. Now come to lesson 6, a very important topic for you. So several times it's a very important question. This type of questions will come on your exam paper from chapter 8. That one is what? The causes of natural disaster. Already I have discussed the disaster in Bangladesh. What is disaster? What is natural disaster? What is man-made disaster? Example already I have given to you. Now from this lesson we'll know the causes of natural disaster. How many causes of natural disaster? Do you know that, my dear students? How many causes of natural disasters over there? Okay, now let's see how many causes of natural disaster. Number 1 is geographical reason. Number 2 is soil structure. Number 3 is climate. And number 3 is rivers and canals. At first you will memorize these 4 reasons. So what are the causes of natural disaster? So how many reasons over there? And my dear students, I am telling it's a very important question for you. Just you will memorize it, because if the questions will come, what are the causes of natural disaster? By explain causes of natural disaster, in that time you write it very nicely. So you have to memorize at first how many causes of natural disaster. So what number I have told? Number 1 is geographical. Number 2, soil structure. Number 3, climate. Number 4, rivers and climates. Now let's go describe the geographical position. The natural disasters are caused by natural factor, right? So, geographical position of a country, climate impact, global warming, etc. The natural environment as a whole is liable for natural disaster. Geographical position, climate, soil structure, rivers and canals, etc. are considered as the cause of natural disaster in Bangladesh. The second cause of natural disaster, or what I have told? Soil structure. Okay, the soil structure, most of the land is built during the recent time of flood plain beside the geographical Bangladesh is located near the plate on which India and Myanmar are situated. As a result, Bangladesh is prone to what? Earthquake. Okay. So geographical position is another reason for natural disaster of our country. So geographical position is one of the main causes of our natural disaster. Do you know that our country is a riverine country, right? Most of the river in our country is available also in our country. We know that our country is a riverine country. So the land is maximum land is almost plain in our country. So the source of the river flowing through this country in India or Nepal. There is no such blockade in the south like hill, mountain, hillock or any other natural obstacles which can prevent cycle or tidal bore naturally from the south side. This is the another reason. That's why the geographical position is the main responsible for the causes of natural disaster. Okay, second one I have told what? The soil structure. The soil structure what? The soil structure, most of the land is built during the recent time as flat plain. Besides, geographically, Bangladesh is located near the plate on which country? Do you know that? On which India and Myanmar, right, are situated. As a result, Bangladesh is very prone to earthquake. Beside the very near country of our country, beside India, another one is Myanmar situated. That's why that Bangladesh is the risky zone of earthquake. So that is the reason the soil structure, the causes of natural disaster. And the third one I have told what? The climate. The climate of Bangladesh is situated in the tropical monsoon region, right? The Bangladesh, we know that is situated what? In the tropical monsoon region. As a consequence, there is a lot of rain over there. So natural disaster like cyclone, flood and tidal waves occurs here. So this is the another reason of natural disaster. And the fourth one I have told in the screen, the rivers and canal, and you'll see in your book also the rivers and canals. Why? Because Bangladesh is crisscrossed by innumerous rivers. Crisscross means that means what? This is the crisscross like this. A lot of rivers in our country, and Bangladesh is crisscrossed by innumerous rivers. Lot of rivers over there by like this way crisscross way they are going over there here. That's why hence the flood and river erosion are very frequent over there. And already in the every year we have faced and we are facing this type of natural disaster, what? Flood and river erosion. So that are the reason and that are the causes of natural disaster. This again. From lesson 6, the causes of natural disaster. So how many points and how many causes we have learned? Number 1, geographical position. Number 2, soil structure. Number 3, climate. And number 4 is rivers and rivers and canals. If the questions will come, what are the causes of natural disaster? But explain the causes of, if the maximum time this type of questions will come, your question number B. Okay, and the creative questions when it comes, maybe the question B or C will come, the causes of natural disaster. So in that time you write what are the causes of natural, all the points you write, and all the four, how many points over there? 4 points over there. So can you tell me with me? So what? Number 1, geographical position. Number 2, soil structure. Number 3, climate. And number 3, rivers and canals. Do you have any problem, my dear students? Now let's go another lesson. Okay, let's go another topic today. Okay. In your book, you will see lesson 7 or 8. When you go, the turn over the page, you will see pre-disaster activities. When the disaster will be occurred, what we'll do, that means pre-disaster activities means what? The pre means before. So what we'll do before the disaster, and then another topic is there, during disaster what you'll do. Another topic you will get, that one is the during disaster, pre-disaster and post-disaster. That means the after disaster what you'll do. Okay, but today I will discuss how to minimize the loss of wealth and life during disaster. I will discuss that during disaster you will do what, during disaster people will do what. Okay, but pre-disaster the next class we will discuss, and the post-disaster topic next class when I will discuss. But today I will discuss the during disaster what you'll do. Okay, number 1, I have told that one is monitor water during the flood time. You will do monitor so what the water level is over there in your home. Okay, during the flood time. Second one, be attentive to cyclone forecast. Cyclone forecast, what the telling? The cyclone forecast telling what is the signal number? Signal number. Do you know the danger signal number is the 5? If the signal number is the 1, 2, 3, 4, no need to go to the shelter center. So that's why the second point I am telling, the be attentive to cyclone forecast. So how many points I have told? During disaster time, number 1, I will tell monitor water during the flood time. Number 2, be attentive to cyclone forecast. Number 3, the variations of shift livestock. Do you know the word livestock? Example, goats, cows, hens and duck, etc. will shift over their high place. Okay, so during the flood time, during the cyclone, they will be stay safety. Number 3, take shelter in the nearest shelter center. Take shelter in the nearest shelter center. Already I have told. During the disaster, before cyclone or flood, when we'll go? We'll go to the shelter center. You do not need to go during the signal number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Any cyclone or tidal bore. But when you go to the shelter center, but shift children or old people or women shelter center if it is signal number 5. So how many signal number today I am telling? Number 1, if you will listen the signal number 1, 2, 3, 4 from the forecast, that time you will not go to the shelter center. But if they are telling that now the signal number is going on 5, in that time you will shift the children, old people and women shelter center if it is signal number 5. Okay, now repair your house. Replace the old place. Repair the house. So after 1 year or 2 years in the village, when the village people, they repair their house because for the disaster. Okay, the next number is keep some essential things. Keep some essential, that means keep some important things such as chopper, that means da in Bengali, cooking tools and spades, nylon ropes and torchlight. You will keep this type of things during the disaster very nicely because it's very important things. During the disaster time you need it. Okay, so another point, that is last point that I am telling, during the disaster time, stock some dry food. Always stock some dry food, such as what type of fruits are dry food? Such as steamed rice. What is steamed rice? That means chira. Have you seen chira? Have you eaten over there? I know you have eaten. This is chira. In English, this is called what? Steamed rice. and puffed rice, that means muri. Another one is what I have told, that I am telling, this is khoi and oral saline, and it's very important in the flood time. The oral saline is very necessary for the children, for the old people, for the women, men. In that time, it is very important for our, it is save our life. So this type of things always you will keep it very nicely. So how many points I have told during the disaster time, you will keep it, you will protect, you will just keep it and remember it. You will do this type of things in your mind, you will do it. Okay, so how many points I have told? Monitor water during the flood time. Second one, be attentive to cyclone forecast and the shift livestock, example goats, cows, hen and duck, etc. Take shelter in the nearest shelter center. You do not need to go during signal number 1, 2, 3 and 4. If the question was the signal number 1, 2, 3 and 4, in that time will not during the signal. Because remember the signal number 5 is the very important. When the signal number 5 will show, you will go to the shelter center. So another point I have told, the repair your house is very important. That keep some important things such as chopper, cooking tools, spares, nylon ropes and torchlight. And the last one I have told, the stock some dry food. Stock might preserve some dry food such as steamed rice, chira, puffed rice, muri and khoi and oral saline. Okay. So what I have learned today. So disaster in Bangladesh, chapter 8 is a very important chapter for you, and the second evaluation test, I think it's very important for you. The disaster in Bangladesh. So how many questions we have got? What is disaster? Okay, what is natural disaster? Okay, one is what is man-made disaster? What are the example of the natural or man-made disaster? Okay, what are the causes of natural disaster? Explain the disaster of Bangladesh. Okay, another questions we have got, how to minimize minimize the loss of wealth and life during the disaster time, isn't it? So these all the questions are very important for you. What type of questions are if the question, these creative questions, maybe for the creative question, these all the questions are very important for you. Okay, so here is the one creative questions for you. The village of Sajid stand on the bank of the river Dholeshwari. In the morning, he went to the playground and saw the river full with water to the brim. Okay, but in the afternoon, people were running to and fro. They were talking their cattle and goods elsewhere. They were taking extra preparation to preserve crops. Seeing all this, he realized that they have to leave the village now too. Because why? Can you imagine? Which disaster? Okay, Sajid's family members were worried about his grandmother, his 3 years old youngers also. So there is the one creative questions, and the situation is over there, and some questions is also over there. And just you will just read it, and the tomorrow we'll solve it. What the question is telling, what the creative question the think is background is telling, all the things I will discuss tomorrow. But I just one questions I have made. This is your exercise question has given in your book. The tomorrows I have solved. But today you will just learn, but as I am giving just this I'm telling this one creative questions and like this, and some questions also over there. Number 1, they are telling what is disaster. Number 2, why does landslide occur? Already I have discussed these 2 questions. And what disaster has attacked Sajid village? What type of disaster has attacked in Sajid village? You will have to find out. Then determine the effects of the disaster on Sajid family. This is one homework. You just in your home. Now I will not tell the answer now. You will just think that I will discuss this topic today, what I am telling, and you will just think that. Then you will this is the creative question that you creative think that what the question answer is telling. Tomorrow I will discuss from these questions. Okay, the tomorrow our class is these creative questions I will discuss. The next another topic also I will discuss. Okay, okay, so very important topic today I will discuss today. That one's what the disaster in Bangladesh. And what is disaster, how many kinds of disaster we have faced and we are facing. Actually we have learned, students, how many disaster I have told? two type of disaster I have told. One is the man-made disaster and another one is a natural disaster. And what type of disaster, now you have to find out the natural disaster what and the man-made disaster what, isn't it? Okay, so another questions I have discussed, that one is what the causes of naturals. Very important questions for you. 3 star marks you will give over there. Already I have told the causes of natural disaster. Okay, the previous year and the before the previous year, this question several times has come on your exam paper. Okay, then I have discussed what and the during disaster time what you'll do. It's also very important question, the during disaster time what you'll do. Another topic, it's available in your book, that one is the what is the pre-disaster activities, or what you'll do the pre-disaster time and what you'll do the post-disaster time. The next class when I will come, that time I will discuss. Okay, so today our lesson is, you will discuss lesson 3 to 6. Okay, all the lesson you read it very nicely and you will think the creative questions. Okay, now the class is over today. Okay, tomorrow again I will come. Okay, bye bye.